Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. That's Delitha. I'm Travis. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for the Blackpool Combat Club.
Hello,
and
baby.
AEW. They call it the Dub.
See what the fallout is from their Double or Nothing pay-per-view.
Their dollar or nothing?
Their Double
it
or
was
Nothing,
dollar
I
or
said.
nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. We do have Brandon Stevens in the chat. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Nice to see you. Bryce Pitts is with us tonight. Harley and Walter are with us as well. Hey, guys.
Brandon wants
How's
to marry
everybody's-
people.
What? Oh, yeah. Chris Statlander. Marry
Yeah.
him.
Well, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't want to marry Chris Statlander, I guess? Bryce says, hello to you, Travis. How's it going? And Harley says, how's everybody doing tonight? Great. How are you guys doing? You guys having a good first half of your week? It's Wednesday. I'm sure all of you are very excited about that. Hopefully Walter won his bingo. Walter does say, hey, Travis. Hey, Daphne. AEW Wrestling. Ready.
Woo!
Daphne good news. I won bingo. Got $5 from Starbucks gift card. Chick-fil-A. Damn, you won both? Woo!
Skanks.
Go, Walter. Telling us who's on commentary tonight. Talking about who came out first. The Blackpool Club group people. John Sparkling in the chat. Hey, John. Howdy doody wild things. Walter says I'm doing good. Aoife's in the chat tonight. Hey, Aoife. How's it going there, girl? Says, hey, guys. How are you? How was graduation? You done? You ready to move on with your life? John's like, hump day. Mike. Guess what day it is?
That's what day it is.
Hump day. Bryce says Double or Nothing was a pretty dope pay-per-view. Walter says happy hump day.
Who are they wrestling? The Lucha Bros and Bandito.
Bandito. Bandito.
Fools
Because
about.
they're ROH tag team champions. Not Bandito. The Lucha Brothers are.
Right.
Those guys. What else the rest of the fallout's going to be?
But I want to know for sure.
Yeah. So they're doing this again because, the Blackpool Club got screwed out of their win by the help of, the Young Bucks. How dare they?
Lucha Bros. Bandito. Bandito! It's not Tito.
It's like a
It's
burrito,
Vito.
but it's a bandit. Aoife says it was good. Yes, I am ready to move on now, actually. It wasn't as sad as I thought it'd be. Or you weren't as sad as you thought you would be. Just have to get the leaving cert exams out of the way and then gone for good.
Yeah, it's right behind you.
I would say it in an Irish accent, but I'm not good at that accent, so it just has to be that. Well, good.
Say it like Katie Taylor.
I don't know Katie Taylor.
The boxer.
Oh, that lady. I don't think I could talk like that. She talks weird. And I'm not talking like because she has an Irish accent. She just talks weird. Like, her linguistic cadence of her speech.
I really wanted to be the world champion.
Stop
but I
it.
didn't
Stop
make
it. They're
it.
started. But
Oh,
not started.
there is a match.
I don't think they
Did the bell ring,
rang the
though?
bell.
I'm starting the timer because I don't know.
I don't think
This
they
is
rang the
after
bell.
Anarchy in the Arena.
Because I
Daniel
didn't
Bryanson
hear
is
it.
talking on the mic right now. He's definitely calling the commentary.
John says the other LWO, and Walter says Lucha Bros and their partner for the win. What?
No.
You don't like the Blackpool Club anymore,
No.
Walter?
Nope.
Picola's like, hiya, Gap Gang. Hiya, Picola.
Woo!
How's it going, friend? How you doing? Walter says, okay, Brian Daniels said on commentary. Boo!
All right.
Picola's like, it's Lucha Wednesday. It is. Everybody got the Lucha going on. Lots of masks we start out with today, this morning, this afternoon, tonight.
Da-na-na-na.
This guy. Aoife's like, Katie Taylor has a Dublin accent. I don't like that accent.
Is that what that is?
Is that what it is? Have you heard her voice? Like, it's
tough.
not just the accent. Like, it's her whole voice. And I don't know if that's... There's their bell. I don't know if that's normal. Like, she talks like she forgot how to breathe.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but it's creepy.
It's from your gut.
Is that where it's from your diaphragm? Just make sure it comes from the diaphragm. You'll get it.
And then don't finish your words.
Don't finish your words. John says, don't grow up, Aoife. It's a trap. True that, John. That's a very, very, very true statement.
I have heard of people suing their parents for birthing them because of
They
that.
didn't have consent to be birthed.
They were not consented to be birthed.
The Vindicator says, dang, Travis, your girl Tiffany championship celebration or promo fell flat last night.
Wasn't it bad?
But at least Corbin showed up to attack Carmelo Hayes, putting in his bid for that title.
You know what's funny about that is I turned it off because I don't like Hayes. So I had turned it off. So I didn't see it until afterwards. I was on Twitter and people are like, Baron Corbin's on NXT? I'm like, what the... Anyway, so then I had to go watch it again.
That's dumb.
But yeah, Corbin attacked Carmelo and beat the crap out of him.
Well, he had to find somebody to beat up. Might as well be him. And then don't worry though, they'll win. I mean, he'll beat him.
Oh, and then I noticed we got to see the hooded figure. I can't remember her name. What was her name?
Blair Davenport.
Blair Davenport. Anyways, she's not terrible on the eyes. But I don't know who she is. But I guess he's been holding this whole time, the whole match, vertical suplex.
I think we need to get over this. I don't like this. Bandito, you're stupid. This is stupid.
Oh, drops him down on his own guy.
Eva says, I think that's just her voice, but the accent doesn't. That's true. Because I have heard people speak in an Irish accent, and it doesn't sound anything like that.
She's definitely...
And very, very eloquent and very nice.
She's very special.
But, oh my God, hers is
She's
awful.
so special.
Like, it makes me go, do all of you talk like that? That's terrible.
No, they don't, because we hear them
I know.
on wrestling all the time.
Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee, did you see NXT Travis last night? Garbage returned in the form of Ollie and Baron Corbin. Well, I don't know if Baron Corbin's a return.
I did see Ali, yes.
But we did see Ali.
And I know I had turned it off.
Wesley help.
And then, yeah. So I missed the Corbin return, but I did see that it had happened.
Well, just like Blackpool Bullet Club always hurt wrestlers. They hurt them? Like with their faces? Aoife says, when life gets hard, I'll just sue my mother. That's the ticket. That's what you do. You just sue your mom. Pequot says, I see Filipinos in the front row. Where is this? In California? I'm not exactly sure where they're at tonight.
I see Filipinos. It's like I see dead people.
It's coming from Piccolo, who is a Filipino, so it makes sense that he would recognize.
His own.
He recognizes his people. He's like, my peeps are up there. I see them. I know who they are. I have no idea exactly where they're at. I didn't catch where they're at, but they'll say it again at some point.
Take it to the limit.
That's nasty, whatever they're doing. It's weird.
They're surviving. Bear's Grill.
John Sparklet says Baron and Ali got demoted. Well, we knew Ali was getting demoted because he technically was, I guess you could say, put
drafted
on the NXT roster list. Baron Corbin kind of wasn't. He was kind of a free agent.
And he still is. They're still going to play that.
I'm not sure you would say he was demoted or they just put him over there to
help
show
talent.
some of those guys like what to do or not do, for all we know. Chris says, fuck Ollie, man. He thinks he's fucking Brian Pillman with his stupid leather jacket. The crowd is fickle. You would thought NXT crowd would be smarter than to cheer that garbage. Chris, They can't. They won't.
It's like a school gymnasium. They have no crowd.
They have like 4 people out there in the crowd.
And it's weird because the crowd does what they want. Like, if you notice, a lot of them were actually cheering for Baron Corbin, which was kind of weird for me.
They're like...
But not enough.
The WWE people are like...
Yeah, they're like, hey, pump in the bad noise.
This one?
But it's only like 8 rows of people, and then they kind of are spread out. There might be a whole bunch on this side. And you don't actually see where the hard camera is this side. So I don't know how many people are on this side. But you can hear people chanting and cheering, like their individual voices.
Right.
That means there's not a lot of people.
True that. Let's see. Harley says today was good. Was out in the sun all day. Good for you getting that vitamin D and the happy vitamins. Happy vitamins.
Did you see the guy on deck circle?
I didn't see anybody.
That's a big corn-fed.
No, I was reading. They probably call
him Hoss.
That's not very nice, Travis.
It's plenty
Quentin
nice.
Mitchell's in the chat. Hey, Quentin. Congrats to both Bliss and Tay Conte for having their first child. Yes.
Yeah.
Bliss and her hubby Bubby did announce that they're priggos and their baby's due in December. Tay Conte, of course, they announced that on the pay-per-view or whatever because they're weird and had to do that. Reasons being why we haven't seen a lot of Penelope Ford is her issues with pregnancy. She was pregnant, but had some other complications and became unpregnant because of said complications.
That's too bad.
So she kind of went through some stuff like Carmella with a miscarriage, which I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Hence why we haven't really seen much of her.
Penelope.
So hopefully whatever's going on with her, things kind of go well and positive vibes for her and what's his face, Kip Sabian.
Old Kip.
Let's see. Walter says a mixed tag match: Jericho and Saraya versus Adam Cole versus Britt.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
That's happening. John says you always have the options, Aoife. It's true. Piccolo says Yuta is red like a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
What?
Are you talking
Is
about
that
Bandito?
bad? Is that good or bad? No, Wheeler Yuta. He's red like a fire hydrant.
Is he red because he's allergic to alcohol and he's been drinking with John Mox? Or is it because he was upside down in that vertical suplex for so long?
It's probably that. He probably was held upside down for too long and lost himself. He's such an incredible athlete. I've been in the ring with him.
Do you remember Kyle Harris?
No.
He was allergic to alcohol. He was Asian.
Oh.
And I don't know what part, anyways. But he was allergic to alcohol. So whenever he would drink, he would turn like bright red.
Wow.
And
That's
my roommate, Sam Sanaroff.
Yeah, did the same thing.
Yeah, he'd turn red. Not as bad as Kyle Harris, though. Kyle's the worst I've ever seen. He would turn as red as that cup.
That's crazy.
And just keep drinking. I'm like, dude, you do realize you're as red as my shirt right now. It's all good. Doesn't stop my breathing.
Right. Quentin says, so what y'all think of the gameplay of Fight Forever because it got no mercy, revenge, in WrestleMania 2000?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it is what it is.
Right?
I'm not going to try to compare it to WWE stuff.
Nah.
And I don't think anyone should.
It's old school looking stuff, and I think that's fine. It works for them.
Supposedly it comes out on the 29th. I don't know if there's any early release stuff, but we'll get the hard disc on that day. Here, see the big boy up at the plate? Hoss.
Oh, the one in blue?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's a dude right there.
He's like, I'm a dad.
Look at him.
Jesus Christ. What a freak.
I bench press what you squat, son of a bitch.
His name is Vogelbach.
He looks like a Vogelbach, doesn't he?
His name is literally Vogelbach.
Look at that dude.
It says BB by his name. What does that mean?
Base on balls. He got walked.
Oh.
That was a walk. Now the bases are loaded. Aaron Nola! Walking the bases
He's like, who's
loaded.
up next? I am going to strike his ass out.
Better. Wheeler Yuta taking a bite out of crime.
Oh, yeah. Bandito followed him
fuck
into
you.
the thing and kicked him right in the face hole.
Right in the face. That didn't
I
feel
hope
good.
he died. Oh, wait,
Oh.
he didn't. He's fine. The ref had to make sure he was okay, though.
Oh!
I
Right
think the
into a
ref was
cutter.
like, dude, are you okay? That sounded like it might have hurt a little. But it's good. He should be hurt. A lot. Vindicator says, I tell you though, I'm surprised neither WWE or AEW has taken a chance on a lady named Camille, who is a slightly taller, more muscular version of Tiffany Stratton.
Nope. Camille. I know who you're talking about. I have to because I can see her, but I can't see her.
Camille. With a K. Piccolo says, mediocre talent invade a mediocre show, basically.
Yeah, that Tiffany blew it because she's fine on the mic, but she can get lost very easy, and that happens with a lot of youngsters. What she needs to do is be talking to somebody, and she'll be fine.
Right.
It's when she's talking to the audience and just trying to address what's happening is where she's going to get lost.
True.
But if she was talking to somebody, she can always just go after them, and then she'll be fine, I believe. That's it!
Bandito got pinned.
That was 11 minutes. That was 10:56.
I got pinned by that weird guy with a beard who shouldn't be in wrestling. Oh, wait.
Oh, Wheeler. I wish they would stop pushing him. Like...
Oh my God, Danielson, tell us how proud you are of him. Are you so proud that when you go back in the locker room, we know what's really going to happen? We know how proud you are, you sick bastard. Yeah. Oh, he's talking about how he pinned him. He's going to embrace him. His hand.
I heard Wheeler Yuta identifies as a professional wrestler.
Well, we know that's not true.
At what point do you draw the line? You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't draw the line at Daniel Bryanson, so I'm not sure.
Is that going to be our main event? Adam Cole Bebe and his wife versus Jericho and Paige, or whatever her name is, Saraya.
I don't know.
Sarai.
Will it be the main event?
Yeah.
Or we'll just have MJF talking to us?
Oh, no.
I don't know what's happening.
I feel like if there's going to be an MJF sighting, it's going to be coming soon.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Poor Aoife. She's like, it's so hot here right now. I literally can't sleep. This house is like a sauna. I'm sorry. You guys are getting that nasty heat wave that Canada had.
What's the... Like, can you open a window? Turn a fan on? What's your... what's your temperature?
What's the temperature in the outdoors? Walter says WWE wrestlers must win their matches. If not, go to NXT. Yeah, Walter, you tell him. But at 9:10 he's going. He'll be here for Friday on SmackDown, still in chat, watching AEW. He's going to melt his face off?
Yeah, he kicked... Oh, it was him. We just saw John Moxley in the face, and sparks flew.
Yeah, he thought he was going to melt his face off, but it didn't work. Yeah. Chris says, oh, funny, Bandito was wearing a tribute gear of a Mexican TV show called El Chespirito. Oh, with the red and yellow colors. Oh, is that what
That's pretty cool that you know that. I would have never known that.
Pico says, isn't that strange how wrestlers have babies in 2 or 3s, like Bella Twins and Seth and Becky, for example? Yeah, Lacey Evans popping out babies. Harley says,
keep them coming. We need to get Charlotte all pregnant, too.
Expecting their first baby and then to have a miscarriage. Yes.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Aoife says, that would be so sad being allergic to alcohol. Aoife, I think you'll be okay, honey.
You're in the right place.
I think you'll be fine. But yes, for some people it would be. For others, it might not be a big deal. Walter says, so Bliss will take some time away from WWE. Haven't seen her on TV in WWE. We haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, and now she's pregnant.
She's pregnant until December, which then she'll pop out a kid, and then you probably won't see her maybe ever again for all we know,
maybe
guys.
A year.
She might not come back. She might come back after that. Give her, what, at least a year? Because Becky came back early, guys, compared to what most of them have done from having her baby. It was a little bit different. Chris says, now I've been hearing WWE wants to bring back The Fiend. You know, Bray won't be on board with that. Well, I don't think they should bring back The Fiend at all.
I don't like
think
the
he should
Fiend
just be
character.
Bray Wyatt
Just
and
bring
be
back
done.
Bray. They could easily do other things with him. I guess Braun Strowman's broken, by the way.
Oh, no, he's broken.
That's why we haven't seen him wrestle. He might have to get surgery. I don't know what on.
Oh, my God. Is it his knees?
It looks like
Is it because of his choo-choo training? It's probably the choo-choo training did it.
Quit running.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that to your knees, you jackass. John Sparkland says, nope, Walter Bliss will have a match winner gets the baby.
Yep.
The father is Uncle Howdy. Chris says, yeah, Camille Brickhouse from NWA. She's a
Okay, yes. Now I know exactly who she is. Sorry. I was trying to look in the NXT. I wasn't looking at
other places.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I was like, I know who that is. She wrestled on AEW a couple times. She's the big, strong girl.
I think I kind of
Blonde.
remember a little bit. Walter says, okay, Yuta, Moxley, and Claudia won. Boo! Chris says, Cora Jade was so fucking cringe last night, acting like a fucking schoolgirl. Well,
Yeah.
why? She's, like, tiny like a schoolgirl. Thought you guys liked that crap.
Well, I'm not opposed to the girl that came back, or whatever she did, the girl in the sweater.
Blair.
She's not terrible looking.
Blair.
But I guess she's with, what's his name? What did I say his name was? Will Ospreay.
That guy.
They're doing it. Doing it and doing it and doing it while. Doing it and doing it and doing it while. But he doesn't want to live in the United States, so he doesn't want to work for WWE or AEW, is what I heard today.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got a mental problem.
Yeah, he got mental problems.
He's like, I don't like making money. That's ridiculous. Money is stupid.
He feels like he's handcuffed if he works in America.
Oh, are you? Well, good. Stay the fuck out. Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, yo, yo, yo. Piccolo says, Wheeler is getting mega over like a fart in the wind. Well, if they keep pushing his fartness in our faces, somebody might get a whiff at some point, I suppose. Ravi says, D, your bestie Brian. Piccolo's like, what up, Ravi? Walter says, the elite. John says, Moxley must have found Wheeler in a bar. Ravi says, Cole will blame Canada. Piccolo says, always blame him. And Walter says, oh, Dark Order. Piccolo says, amputation. He doesn't need the stupid foot anyway. Exactly. Who says they need feet? Chris says, by Christmas to DMD, Shotzi, and Taya Valkyrie, huge rack. Yeah, Bliss might come back in next year Rumble for the cheap pop.
I don't think so, guys. If she has a baby in
December, she's not coming back for a Rumble.
In January.
Nope. I'll be surprised if she's in any shape to be able to get into wrestling type shape to even come back to wrestling. Considering what she looked like before she even left and started having a baby.
Yeah, she wasn't in the same shape when she was the goddess. She went, if you look at just the years, within like 5 years, she completely changed her entire look.
Pico says, wow, what an odd triple threat. Yeah. Ravi says, do you try to run and found the same issues? Pico is like wrangling rabbit on a pole match. Ew. And Chris says, I like when Swamp Bray Wyatt promos, he would be like, you see, man, I got these fireflies in my eyes.
Yeah.
At least he was fun. Like, as the Fiend, he's just
here's Juice.
Stupid.
And Jay White.
Pico's like Money in the Bank next year. I think it's still too soon. Dude, Bliss's baby is due in December. That's, she's very early in her pregnancy, basically. And she has a baby in December. We could say even late December. They just said December. December's a pretty big month.
Is it? Because of Christmas. Or New Year's.
And she's not like Lacey Evans and stuff, guys. She doesn't have that discipline of drive of coming back. You can see it by the way she let herself go before. Like, it's just not there anymore. I don't think she really gives a shit. So, she might come back in a different capacity, but I don't know if she'd come back to wrestle right away. And anyways, what'll happen is she'll have a baby, and then she'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't think she wanted to do it anyway.
I think
she gave up a couple years ago.
I kind of feel like you did. Like you said. She got to that point where she was like, oh, she's so great and awesome. And she got her fan base. And then she just said, okay, I'm done.
And she married.
And gave up on everything.
She married a star in the modern world, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's all she wanted in life. I truly believe that. Mm. Why is he reminding us?
I don't know, but I don't want to hear him remind anybody. I agree with Ravi. Who cares? Indeed. Big Wall says Bliss should return. She can do it. Rob Schneider voice. Chris says Bullet Club Gold. Dude, you guys only have 2 members. What the fuck? So, they're trying to pull off this Bullet Club crap still. Like, guys, give it up. Like, give up. Like, find some other thing, something else. I feel like they just beat it to death.
It's fine.
Oh, I was in the Bullet Club. Well, I was in the Bullet Club. Well, remember when I was in the Bullet Club? We've all been in the Bullet Club.
Right, because people like Japan wrestling, and the Bullet Club was the thing.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? Nobody in the States gives a flying fuck about what it is.
Most people, but there are a few.
Exactly. Most people don't know what it is.
I mean, it sounds cool.
Does
like they
it,
collect
though?
guns.
I don't think that's what they mean. John says if she kicks out a couple crib midgets, she's done. It's true. Robbie says, you know what I think? It not a big miss. Chris
No,
says,
it's not. It's not.
No. Bliss being gone, don't miss her at all.
Bliss
like,
of 2018 being gone is a big deal.
Big deal. But as of the last few years, she's been completely irrelevant.
She's been gone anyways.
She's ever done so far. With all the stuff with the Fiend
FTR
and all that crap.
coming out.
Completely irrelevant. It made no sense. It was silly. It was dumb, whether or not it was her idea or somebody else's.
I'm okay with this feud here.
It makes no sense. But the FTR is coming down to these 2 weirdos out there.
They're not weird. They're different.
They're all weirdos.
They identify as professional wrestlers also.
I figured as much. Not surprising. Chris says now Baron Corbin can become a better version of Jay White as a lone wolf. John says, who the bloody hell are these 2 clowns? So according to what they say, they're the Bullet Club.
It's Doink and Bobo. It's fine. They're in the Bullet Club. A lot of indie fans love this dude that's on the right-hand side.
The one that's yakking?
Yeah, of Tony Schiavone.
The Jay White dude?
Like, he's the guy that they wanted to sign with WWE and break Roman Reigns' streak if you were on Twitter over the last couple months.
The guy that's only 5'7"? That's
he's
perfect.
6 foot.
He's 5'7"!
Look at the FTR. They're 5'7". He's 6 feet.
He's not 6 foot tall.
He looks like a giant out there next to all those little guys.
I'm surprised he can even stand up with how small his feet are. Creepy. What a weirdo.
Oh, what a disrespectful move.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't bend down to get it. Don't bend down.
That's what they do in prison. Oh, shit! Juice Robinson with a big right hand right to Dax. Cash is now getting beat up because Dax is... I think he lost like all of his teeth.
Oh, no, his teeth.
Oh, he hit him with a thing of quarters. That's what it was. He had a loaded hand.
Oh, was it quarters?
Yeah, that's what all that stuff flying around was. I thought it was his teeth.
Oh, that's nice. I think if it was
oh,
teeth,
shit!
all of his dentures just popped right out of his mouth.
Look at this, Sister Abigail! Right there in the center of the ring!
Stop pretending you're excited about this.
I'm excited. I like the FTR getting beat up. Uh-oh, it's Absolute Ricky Stark.
He came down with a chair.
How's that going to work? Now it's 3-on-2?
He made it official.
So are they going to bring in another member?
Yeah, he's sick of you and your weeks. Stuff and things.
Next week, you punk-ass bitch, Pebble says.
Punk-ass bitch. John says, who the bloody hell are... Oh, I read that one. Robbie says, were you in the Bullet Club? Chris says it's because Bullet Club was like NWO, except they didn't invade WWE like NWO. So That's where they fall short. Yeah, they fall short in a lot more places than that, but okay. And they fall short in major relevancy if I care.
I'm definitely okay with this feud. I mean, I want the FTR to lose, and that would be a good team to put it on.
You think?
Yeah.
Why?
Jay White is popular.
Is he? Is he popular? Is he popular in your pants, Travis?
Ew.
Yeah, I figured as much. People says funny, they look like landscape guys down the road. Yeah, that'll steal your shit. Vindicator says, I hope they build up to a good championship match between Jay White and Orange Cassidy.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
They should do that, Vin.
They're not even going in that direction.
They should put Jay White and Orange Cassidy. Hey, it's Tony Khan. Saturday Collision. Starting June 17th. And yes, it sounds like they're in California, people. He said.
More information.
Here to announce that AEW Collision, beginning June 17th, will feature CM Punk.
The crowd just went crazy. CM Punk is coming.
No way, really?
If anybody didn't know that,
if you didn't,
you've been living under a rock, or you haven't been watching wrestling yet, because I've been saying it for weeks. CM Punk will be there June 17th. You almost got back in there.
From what?
The
From your punk ass bitch?
Oh my, what are you, Pebble? That's it, I guess. That was it. It's going to have CM Punk. Why would you even announce that?
Well, we can't have surprises. Surprises are bad. We have to announce all the surprises.
CM Punk is coming.
It'd be crazy if he didn't show up. Something happened and he's like, I don't like you guys anymore. I'm going to go have my tantrum like I do with everything else I do. Ugh, that guy.
The best friends. Chucky T and Trent.
People's like BC Lawn Care, the Bullet Club Lawn Care. Sophie's in the chat for a second, says hi and congrats to Bliss. And Vindicator says, but Juice Robinson Rock Hard sure is just nauseating to look at because it references something naughty.
Ew.
Yeah, I bet it does in this grossness. Chris says Jay White was Okada's apprentice, but couldn't get the job done and beat the teacher fairly, so he had to join Bullet Club and become a main eventer.
Yeah.
He sounds like a putz. John's like, keep the change, punch. So he says Carmella and Corey Graves going to have a baby boy. They announced the sex today. Well, good. Corey gets his little boy. Robbie says AEW rinsing out some BS. Pico's like, I don't know what Jay White calls it. And Walter says, FTR, fight. Then Ricky Starks. And Vindicator says, hoping Bliss retires soon and doesn't pull a Trish Stratus.
Oh, it's Big Bill.
Sophie says, so both Bliss and Carmella won't be back on WWE TV for what, a year? More than that.
More than a year.
It's going to take them a while to have the baby. You know.
Takes 9 months to get them out.
And then they have to get their bodies
and if they're
back
boys,
to what they were.
if they're boys, they spend the rest of their lives trying to get back in.
True that. Some of them. Maybe not all of them. Vindicator says Mela can retire too. Never belonged to WWE in the first place. Oh, Vin, we know you love her. Stop.
Yeah, I honestly agree that both of them can go away.
They can go away. I have no problems with it. But not because they never belonged. I just think that they don't bring relevancy back to it anymore.
It's fine. They're not what they once was, and that's fine. They can go. There's other women ready for NXT.
Pico says, it's called the Blade Runner. John says, Sister Abigail equals Brother Abraham. Boom. Walter says, Tony Schiavone is fine. He left the ring. And Robbie says, LOD, Travis is right. Jay White is popular. Yeah, I'm sure he is, Robbie.
What am I watching? Is this a three-way? Why is Swerve out here now?
It's the Mogul and Embassy's Swerve Strickland.
Is there more now? Because they've already introduced Trent and Big Bill. There's no way they're teaming up.
Oh, God, who knows what the fuck
So it must be a triple threat match?
Triple? Didn't somebody say something about a triple threat and they didn't understand it earlier?
Maybe the winner fights Orange Cassidy.
Oh, they're going to get another chance. I see.
It is. It's triple threat. Go. Bell ring. It's official. Big Bill Trent Beretta. So Big Bill, comma, Trent Beretta, comma, Swerve Strickland. Period. Triple threat.
Sophie's like, oh, Bliss is due at the end of the year. So does that mean she was pregnant when she last wrestled on WWE TV?
No.
No. Usually they wait about 12 weeks, Sophie, before they actually say that they're pregnant. She hasn't been on TV for about 5 months.
I haven't seen her on TV forever.
Was she even on TV during WrestleMania? That was in the beginning of April.
Yeah.
What was before that? The Royal Rumble?
Well, that was in January.
I don't remember seeing her.
There was Elimination Chamber in between the... That was in February. There was nothing in March, and then April was the WrestleMania.
Yeah. So she probably found out around March-ish, end of February, possibly.
You think she would have waited this long to tell people?
12 weeks. Usually they wait for after the first trimester before they actually announce they're pregnant, just in case.
Right, but I'm sure you would tell your boss.
Well, she
If you
probably
were-
let them know there's a possibility, and they're just waiting to make sure that it's, everything's going well.
Right,
So they aren't going to put them in any kind of situations where they could possibly lose the pregnancy from it,
right.
is what I'm saying.
Right.
So,
Fact. Boom!
most
Big Bill
couples
taking Trent out. Look at that.
wait
Swerve Scott sickled over the top line.
12
Oh,
weeks
misses
before
without
they
lariat. Picks him up.
officially
Drops him
announce
down.
their
Damn, that was a
pregnancies.
long drop.
Bah!
Big Bill.
Bah!
Hey, Big Bill can now go back to WWE. The girl he stalked is gone.
Yeah, but Corey Graves is still there, and he might want to murder him, so.
Well, I'm sure Corey Graves would just get beat up.
Well, I want to see Corey Graves trying to murder him. It'd be hilarious.
And all you'd have to do is put him on SmackDown.
Walter says, yes, CM Punk, and Pico's like, yep, he's not on the juice. He is blinking tonight. About damn time. And John says, White is popular BS. His parents don't even know he wrestled. Sophie says, wow, Tony Khan revealed a secret that everyone saw coming. I think everybody knew it was already there, Sophie. I don't even know if they saw it coming or if they just said, and CM Punk will be on it. Vindicator says, that's bad if a has-been like Philip Jack has to headline your show. Chris says,
Watch it hit close. I bet you it gets close to 1 million. Yeah, maybe 800,000.
Chris says, I have a coworker that looks like Tony Khan mannerisms and all. That's creepy
that's
as
great.
fuck. Walter's like, so Punk, please apologize June 17th and you can wrestle. Yeah, what's he apologizing for?
He didn't do anything wrong. He's the one that got jumped.
He's such a victim in everything, Walter. He's a victim all over the place.
And plus, trust me, he's going to wrestle.
Victim, victim, victim.
He's going to carry that Collision to the #1 wrestling show of the year.
Such a victim. So it says they made that new AEW Saturday show for CM Punk. No. Really? No way, Sophie. And Walter's like, Trent for the win. He's going for Trent in this, the most underdog of them all. Vindicator says, of course the half-wit drool monkeys will eat that announcement up, still thinking he is the Punk from 10 years ago.
2014 Punk right there. He's back.
Technically, Vindicator, he still is. He still has his weird victim mentality and all that stuff. So
And
It's
he
still
could bring
there.
his wife, and then everybody would go crazy.
Robbie says, I didn't know where I was to not know. And Sophie says, would anybody notice that Bliss and Carmella will be gone for a long time? Sophie, has anybody noticed them being gone for as long as they have been so far? No.
Right.
John says, and you can't teach that.
You can't
Big
teach
Bill of 7 foot of weirdness. And Vindicator says, no, Sophie. Bliss is overrated and Milla was a walking dumpster fire. Chris says, if anything, wouldn't you bring Shotzi back to NXT like Ali and Corbin and try to make her a star there as NXT Women's Champ?
You could try. I mean, obviously she needs the work, so it sounds like a fantastic idea. But I don't know if you could push her as the champion. I don't know if she has the mic skills. Although Tiffany Stratton was showing us she didn't have the mic skills either. But
Robbie says, Big Bill, who's Big Bill? Is that what you call your old boy?
Big Bill.
No.
Or Big Kaz.
Big Kaz? He's just a really tall guy. That's what they call him. Sophie says Rhonda, Becky, and Lacey all came back after giving birth. Did they come back right after they gave birth, Sophie? Did they pop out a baby and then automatically were back on wrestling?
Yes.
No, they fucking didn't.
They popped it out in the back room.
Yeah.
And then came out.
They're like, bitch, I can do this. No. And yes, they did come back, but at the same time, well, let's put it this way.
Oh, shit!
I'm going to say this. Carmella was trying, and Bliss was probably trying. That wasn't an oops. They were definitely doing on purpose. Becky's was a fucking oops. She literally had to come out and tell him and say, I'm sorry, I have a problem. And I'm having a baby. And Lacey's was also an oops. They weren't trying either. It just happened. So these girls had possibilities of this happening. You could tell because they stopped having them in any kind of actual storylines.
Right.
Except for Carmella, they tried a little bit.
She had a
but
miscarriage
nothing
before.
too serious that it could mean that she couldn't go away and it wouldn't be something else. Okay? So it didn't matter. And Bliss was off TV altogether, so it didn't fucking matter there either. But Lacey was in a fucking complete storyline.
Lacey's ruined her career.
Champion.
She would have been the world champion at WrestleMania. She was fighting there
Becky
against
was
Charlotte.
A fucking champion when it happened. So tell me. And Ronda Rousey, she left because she's a big fat crybaby, but then tried to have a baby for 3 fucking years because she wanted to start her family.
Well,
so in all reality, she did it on purpose. And her baby is actually over a year old before she even came back. Becky's the only one out of them that came back sooner than the other two.
And the baby was still older. Like, I don't know how old the baby was when she came back, but it was definitely not a baby. Wasn't a newborn. She didn't pop it out in the back. Uh-oh, superplex off the top.
Well, they made sure to try to take him out.
Yeah, Trent and Swerve working together. Maybe a new tag team.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Trent's going to go away from all the other ones there.
He don't like the best friends anymore.
It's going to be so great.
Chucky T and Orange Cassidy, gone. Kicked to the curb for Swerve
People
Scott.
yeah, I said it earlier. What a weird triple threat. That's right. I forgot it was you, Pico. I knew somebody had said it earlier, but I couldn't remember who it was. Thank you, Pico. Yeah. But if it's a triple threat to see who goes up against Orange Cassidy again to try to get that title, I guess it makes sense since they were all in the Rumble for it.
Right. And I would like to see Swerve win this because I wanted to see Swerve win that, and he was the last 2 in there with Orange anyways.
Robbie says no, and you're
oh shit! Into days.
It's all up of yours. You're the one that gets excited about it. And Chris says she legit has a big fan base, but she isn't getting over on main roster. But I think if you make her a star in a smaller pond like NXT, it will be better. Right. For Shotzi.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Vindicator says that nobody cares about Lacey and Ronda messed up her own likability. They cared about Lacey until she did get pregnant, and it messed up most of her chances.
And then she really came back with stupid gimmicks.
Yeah.
They don't work. Like, I understand what they're trying to prey on, but they were way better off not pushing that.
They should have just came back with her being the Southern Belle again. And like making fun of the fact that she was gone.
Right.
Like, and not necessarily go after Charlotte, but just make fun of the fact of, ha, you guys thought I was having Ric Flair's baby or something.
Or have her have Ric Flair's baby.
Yeah, who cares?
Have Ric Flair come back and be the dad.
Right. People's like, let's go Swerve. And Robbie says no one cares about Bliss. She's not relevant. Walter says Big Bill is 7 feet tall and you can't beat that.
You can't beat it. You can't teach it.
Sophie says Bliss last wrestled at the Rumble. Chris says
Jesus.
plus Shotzi came from Impact as well. I think if she went back to Impact, she could be a star there alongside Naomi. That could be a Slammiversary, a main event for Impact.
There it is. It's over. Swerve Scott with the dub.
Pinned old Trent.
Oh, Swerve Strickland. Sorry, I'm in the wrong company.
Who'd you say?
Swerve Scott. That's what he was in WWE.
Oh, same guy.
I know who it is. 8:52 on that one.
Robbie's like, go on, dude, with the knowledge on Bliss. Robbie, that's nothing being knowledgeable on Bliss. That's just being knowledgeable about pregnant women everywhere. Most women don't announce their pregnancies.
They're called pregnant people.
They're called women.
Pregnant people.
Women. Don't you fuck. I will fucking slap your ass. I will hit you with my sandal on fucking live. That's not funny. That's not being smart.
being
Don't be
weird.
stupid like your father.
Don't be weird.
It's fucking disgusting
That you're weird.
that you would even remotely try to go down that road. It's putrid. Putrid. Sophie says Bliss and her husband were surprised they weren't trying at all. Sure they weren't. Chris says Big Bill and Von Wagner. Walter says good matches. I like blood in AEW. What? Robbie says I don't have time like D to watch AEW on Saturdays. Oh, great, Robbie. Neither do I. So maybe you should watch it and do a show about it. Sophie says, do you think if the ticket sales for that Saturday AEW show weren't bad, that they wouldn't announce CM Punk's return?
It's a tough one to say.
I don't really give a shit, Sophie. I really just don't. We all knew he was going to be back. We all knew that the background stuff of it, because they talked about it for fucking months, that they did this just because of CM Punk. It's the only reason why they made the fucking show. Was because the only reason or why he was ever coming back, because he didn't want to work with those people over there because he's a victim, is to have his own show. Because he's a fucking crybaby victim.
Here comes the Acclaimed.
Oh, he's going to rap.
Nah, you don't have a mic.
Oh.
They're just talking to him.
I don't know. He should, steal the mic from Renee and do it anyways. Just take it from her. Yeah, they didn't go your way.
Where is my Scissor Me Daddy shirt? Is it there?
Fuck if I know where your shit's at. I don't know what you did with it. Color is it? Black?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Looks just like that one. You did let him down, too.
Yeah, you let me down a lot. Renee lets me down all the time I ever have to see her on this show.
Listen.
Robbie says, Sophie, stop. You're making me dizzy. Pickle says only marks and stalkers pay attention to Bliss and Sonya and other girls. Hassan says, hi there, guys. And Robbie's Mr. Track. Piccolo says, wow, medical professionals in here. Chris says, Piccolo, Sonya is hot, but you can't say that because of her stalker case. Sad. Robbie's also Mr. Retracted again. And Sophie says, Becky, Lacey, and Ronda all left, and they came back around the same time. Robbie says, Sophie barf. And Robbie says, D, why do you care? But it's funny. Walter says, June month coming Thursday. Hey, buddy. That's your butt. You okay? They did it with their weirdness. Anyways, don't count them out. They're going back up to possibly get those, what do you call them?
Championships.
Yeah,
Tag team
those
titles,
things.
maybe? I don't know. Who they were wrestling. The Triple Threat?
Yeah,
The
something
Dark
like
Order
that.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
House of Black.
Escape.
That I don't want that there. What's that gonna do?
That's how you're probably pressing the buttons.
I don't know how you could do it any other way.
Yeah, Walter, tomorrow is the 1st of June. John says, Travis, give D a margarita. Sophie says, I have been watching old NXT shows like when it was a game show. Pico says a little too soon. Sophie says, Lacey got repackaged like 3 times after she came back. Walter's like, who will win this 3-way match? Well, it was Swerve, Mr. Swerve, which we figured it was. And Sophie says, I wouldn't be surprised if Lacey gets released. Walter says, Swerve won okay. So he says, did you see Ellie and Baron Corbin are back in NXT? And Piccolo says, not the chocolates. That's right, Piccolo. I was slapping in the face hole. Walter's like, congrats to Chris Statlander. Walter says he acclaims Scissors and Billy. Sophie says it'll be interesting if AEW does do like a hard or soft brand split when this new AEW show premieres. John says Renee need a Scissor Me shirt. John says, Sophie, you're in timeout. Vindicator says Renee looking kind of hot tonight with her cherry red lips. Chris is like, I dislike June. You know what, Chris? So do I.
Really?
Yeah, I hate this month.
My absolute favorite. It's not hot yet.
It's other things. Sophie says this is Wednesday, where sometimes I don't know if I'm going to pop up or not. Vindicator says, LOL, Leopold always loves sticking his tail in your face, Talitha. Yeah, he trusts me. That's why he sticks his butt in my face. Sophie says, did you see the thread with Asuka about whoever she teams up or fights against gets pregnant? That's funny. And Bryce says, hello, Piccolo, how's it going? Chris says, Travis, you remember the good old days of wrestling when they would win with their transitional move like a tiger suplex or a neck breaker?
Yeah, back in the day.
You're back. Bryce says, I love June. When it's June, it's summertime. I don't hate summer. Vindicator says, so I guess Don put his swindling checks to use, paying off Take a Shitta to become his mercenary hitman. Sophie says, why do you hate June? Piccolo says, June is Gemini season.
That'll work.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know
not
what
a fan
that
of June.
means.
Gemini season. Getting it figured out?
Yeah, I think I can just push that button and it'll do it by itself. Like that.
Oh.
Then that way that other thing doesn't pop up.
That's good.
But I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know either. I don't know if it's the background thing or something. You know what I mean? Like the program that does it or what? Couldn't tell you. Feels like, hey, Bryce, just fixing a plate. Sorry, I missed your message earlier. Fixing a plate of pulled pork. Da-na-na-na. Oh, what? Unenviable.
Who doesn't he like? Why would you care if Don Callis is? Take a shit.
Yeah, take your shits.
You need that tail, Benny?
He needs it. Leave it alone. Nobody cares about Don Callis and his stupidity of stupid. Nobody cares about your stupid.
Oh, look, Haas is back up.
Hey, look, Vogelbach. Where are you going? I need you to stay here forever. Be angry. There you go. John says, I remember when a guy was champ for 5 years with a leg drop finisher.
Yeah.
Sophie says, do you think Carmella and Bliss
Hulk Hogan.
pop up on WWE TV since they were both giving birth a month apart? Yeah, and their babies are going to be like best friends. You know what they're going to do with them, Sophie? They're like take them when they're newborns. They're like put them in like a wrestling ring, like make them wrestle as newborns. It's going to be amazing.
Start teaching them all sorts of fundamentals.
Chris says, Travis, thoughts on Clayton Kershaw controversy as of late?
Ugh, I have no idea. I haven't been following baseball, let alone the Dodgers. What's going on with him?
He's got the controversy. It sounds terrible.
Oh,
I don't
Clayton.
think they make shots for that. Probably can't take antibiotics for it either.
For controversy?
Sounds bad. So it says, what the heck is Gemini season? Well, that's the astrological sign around for the first or parts of June. Half the month. Harley says, I'll be sweating my balls off tomorrow. It's going to be 90 degrees in Michigan and have no air.
Ugh.
Ew, you guys got that icky Canadian weather. I heard it was bad. Hopefully you don't get the fires, too.
Don's getting over like Dominic.
Nobody likes your ass, jackass. John's like, no air? Are you Amish, Harley? Robbie's like, Sophie, you don't go on and on. Sophie's like, the voting for the All-Star game started today.
Oh, cool. Did you vote?
Who'd you vote for? Do you even know people to vote for? Every morning. John says, what's going on in hockey, Sophie?
I don't know what's going on in hockey myself either. Do we know
Who's
who
winning?
ended up winning that game?
I think the only person that might know what's going on in hockey might be somebody in our chat knows. That's it.
Like Picola?
No, I don't know Pico watches it. Somebody else was talking about it the other day.
Cool.
Maybe Harley was? Or...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Florida, and then Vegas was playing somebody in Game 7. So I wonder if the Golden Knights made it. Anyways, basketball starts tomorrow, the finals. Denver versus, what's it called? Houston, no, Miami.
Yeah, those guys.
Miami of Houston.
Miami of Houston. Those people.
Just kidding. That's a college. Ooh.
Oh my God.
He's name dropping.
Name dropping all these people he's better than. Please.
Wouldn't you want to say better than like Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or people that are relevant?
Oh my God. He's speaking Japanese at us and I don't know what he's saying now.
The weather's nice outside. I heard it's 90 in Michigan tomorrow.
He said something about Kenny in there too.
Yeah, well, it's South Park.
Oh, nice.
I was talking about Denver being in the playoffs. The Elite.
Wee wee? Oh man, dude. Nobody wee wees.
And then Kenny Omega.
We don't wee wee in the ring.
So is this going to be all wrestling? A-dub?
Yeah.
Because they're getting rid of the Elite.
Because we don't want the Elite anymore. That's just dumb. Elite's stupid.
It's weird that they named their company after their group anyways.
Or did they name their group after the company?
No, they were the Elite first.
Oh, were they? So it says it was raining hard today and it was going to rain most of the day tomorrow. Pico says, yeah. So it says, I voted for the All-Star game, my first time doing it. Robbie says, so AEW with more talk than a talk show. That's normal anymore. Pico is like, not my thing. That's why I knew that hockey wasn't your thing. John says, what's the weather like, Sophie? And Sophie's like, my sister watches hockey. The weather is in the 80s, but it feels like the 90s every day. Chris says, take a shit, man. In the ring? Yep, he is. And Robbie says, I heard he said him better than D, did he? And Sophie says, Trish Stratus is going to be a regular member on WWE TV moving forward.
Good. For the next couple months.
Harley says, oh no, I'm not. Almost just have to fix my air condition unit for some reason to keep icing up on me. Well, that bastard. It's probably your condenser. Robbie says, oh, I just did take a shit. Not surprising, Robbie. You probably did it in your own bed, too. Pulling an Amber Heard, are you? Harley says the Stanley Cup Finals start Saturday as the Dallas Stars versus Florida Panthers. See, I knew somebody in our chat, and I figured it was Harley knew hockey.
Florida Panthers and who?
Dallas Stars
Dallas
versus
won.
Florida Panthers. Robbie's like, who? Your mom? And Sophie's like, basketball isn't over yet?
No, it's just starting.
What do you mean it isn't over?
Well, he thought maybe it was over.
They have to do their final stuff. Hello?
Yeah, we got Denver versus Miami. So Jimmy Butler
Which is
versus
funny,
the Joker and
because
crew.
the hockey is Dallas versus Florida. How funny is that? That's hilarious. Just kidding. It's not funny. It'd be
Because
more
they're both
funny
Ds.
if the basketball was
Like Colorado Avalanche
a
versus
Texas
Miami
team
or Florida.
versus the Miami Heat instead.
Right.
That would have been hilarious.
Maybe we'll get the Super Bowl that way too.
Ooh.
The Dolphins versus the Cowboys or the Broncos, which can't happen.
No. Because they're all on the same side.
Well, the Cowboys they could, because that's on the other side. But
The
the
Cowboys
Broncos
can't win
and the
anything. That's
Dolphins are both in the
ridiculous.
AFC.
Chris says Bullet Club, the subsection of the Elite, was Kenny and Bucks. But in Japan, they also would have Kota, Ibushi, and they called the Golden Elite. So Jay White and Juice Robinson stealing catchphrases. Those bastards. John says Vegas won, Harley. They play Florida. Come on, must be lack of error. Robbie says, I don't get time like D to watch all sports. I don't watch sports at all, Robbie. I'm not even watching sports right now. I just read a chat of stupid comments from you. It's unfortunate for me.
Kind of mean.
John says Vegas won 6-0 game 7. Chris says here comes some
Wait, so Vegas
Hondas
won,
or
not Denver
Samoans.
or Dallas?
John says Vegas won.
Oh
not
my
Dallas.
God.
Nobody knows what's happening. I feel like betrayed. Robbie says, it's so funny I didn't laugh. Then why do you have a laughing face? Sophie says, so both basketball and hockey finals are the same states. Funny. And P. Cole says, there's Daredevil Darby. No, Sophie, they're not the same states. Not even close.
We don't even know what state the hockey teams are from.
Denver is in Colorado. Dallas is in Texas. The only states the same is their opponents in Florida. That's it. And if it really is the Las Vegas, whoever they are, Golden Knights that won the Stanley Cup, or not the Stanley Cup, but the hockey finals stuff, they're in Nevada. Completely different state. Completely different. No,
Pretty close to the same as Denver.
Nope, not even close.
That's probably Denver. Yeah, they won. So Vegas won.
Yeah,
That's
what Harley fixed on there. Piccolo says, there's Daredevil Darby.
Nice.
Why are we Orange Cassidying it up? What is this?
It's Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy.
Against who?
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Sorry. Orange
Oh, it's
Cassidy
Darby.
and Darby.
Against some
Ring
big
of Honor
dude?
guys. They did
Oh.
announce them. They're 2/3 of the Trios champion in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's dumb. Well, this is stupid.
Game 1 for this is Saturday, June 3rd. Might have to watch it.
Harley says I meant to say the Stanley Cup Finals will start Saturday. They'll be the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Florida Panthers. Sophie says Corbin and Ollie in NXT. It does make sense since they are free agents. Well, Corbin's a free agent, but actually Ollie was put on NXT's actual people list. So there's that. I was like, Dee showing her appreciation towards me every show. What women's match is next? They have a women's match tonight?
Yeah, we do.
Who is it? The only one I know of is the multitasking team. Men and women team.
That is happening also, but there is a match with Chris Statlander.
Oh, yeah. She's got to make sure she defends that title some more, I guess. Those guys. Vindicator says, so after rumbling with 21 guys, they finally gave Orange a break from defending that title tonight, but watch, it will be for one night only.
She's going up against somebody that identifies as a wrestler.
Cool beans. Robbie says Darby should be a good match. Yeah, it should be. You should watch it all up and down. Sophie says, has it never happened in sports before where the finals are the same thing as a different sport?
Yes, it's been that way before. We've seen it.
Vindicator says these ROH tag champs slobber all over themselves like that Strowman.
Like the Patriots playing the New York Giants. I'm pretty sure that year the Yankees played the Red Sox, but I could be wrong on that one. But anyways, we have seen it before. I'm just trying to come up with one that was more recent. And that's football, obviously. I don't know about hockey and baseball, or hockey and basketball. And would you go by the city or would you go by the state?
I would just go by the state they're in, really.
Because then you could go like the Rams and the Patriots when they were in St. Louis.
Right.
And then that was the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Boston Red Sox.
Those people.
Or LA Rams. And there's a lot of LA teams, so you could probably make this fit any way you want it.
Anyway. So it was like, Strowman is out injured. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. John says these guys will wrestle and do sheer on Raw Monday. Yeah. Sophie says Ollie did work in NXT before. Yeah, we know. We understand that, Sophie. I'm saying that Ollie wasn't, during all of the drafting, he was literally put on the NXT roster during that time.
I love these dudes. They should have these two dudes on the main fucking roster. How are these guys not on?
Why are they still in ROH? This is dumb.
They're too big.
Oh, yeah. We can't have them on AEW. God forbid we have any big guys on there and make things interesting.
Believable.
Rob is like, so Ring of Honor, it must be struggling if it needs to be on other promotions. Well,
I mean, obviously it's struggling because it doesn't have a TV contract, but I'm just saying with athletes like this, if they put them on here and maybe put Orange Cassidy and Darby the House Elf over, leave them on Ring of Honor, then All Elite Wrestling might be a better place.
Right. True.
Like, have some believable talent, at least a couple. Mm-hmm. Like, Adam Cole is a great player, but not when everybody's his size, right? You want that underdog story, the Daniel Bryan story. It made sense in WWE because he was the little guy trying to get over. But when you're the biggest guy on the roster, it doesn't work. Like, Adam Cole's, there's nothing special about him when he's the biggest guy they have. Out of all their little guys, he's the biggest one. He's like 6'1" or something, and they're like, oh, you're a giant, dude. And he's like, what?
Chris says, damn it, no Taya rack tonight. Pukol says,
No.
pretty sure if you keep up with the big four sports, you'll see a handful of teams.
Yeah.
Same state. Harley says it was Vegas Golden Knights who won. My mistake. No problem,
You're all
Harley.
right.
We got it. We understand. It can be very confusing keeping track of all the crap happening. Vindicator says, no, it's just how Tony operates. He loves mixing AEW and ROH talent into matches. Yeah, that's it.
Did LeBron quit? I think he's retiring.
Who?
LeBron James.
Is that him? No.
LeBron James plays NBA basketball.
Oh, okay.
Is that him? Yeah, that's LeBron.
On
right
that
there.
commercial.
Oh, no. I don't know. I wasn't watching the commercial.
It's the one that's married to that girl. It's on that weird mattress one that you said you knew both of them.
Oh, that's Dwayne Wade. They
Oh.
did play together in Miami. Her name's Gabrielle Union. She was a college basketball or a volleyball player.
Oh.
But
Cool
her most
beans.
notable like work that she did, she was in Bad Boys 2 as the sister.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all she had.
no, but her most notable is from God, what's the name of that show? The cheerleading one.
Oh,
Bring It On. She's the bad guy in Bring It On or whatever. They're not bad guys.
Chris
I don't
says
know.
these Simones versus Inda Shear. Yeah. Sophie says, I like with the main roster talent, they go back to NXT to repackage themselves like Apollo Crews Balor. So he says they should have given Ring of Honor that Saturday TV show. Yeah, because that would have made great stuff for TNT.
They're not doing that.
TNT's not going to put that garbage on their fucking station.
They need to change the name of it if they're going to try to do something, which they did. And so now maybe they can bring that Ring of Honor talent to AEW.
Probably says, I thought that was Booker T for a sec. Pico says, these guys are menacing, but they never promote them well.
No,
John
of course,
says,
that's what I'm
I thought
saying.
it was our truth. Sophie says, wonder where Adam Cole would be if he stayed in WWE. And Vindicator says, disagree, Travis. Most AEW fans love guys like Darby, Orange, Young Bucks, and even Bandito now.
What I'm getting at, though, is it's okay to have one or even two, but when your whole roster is little, you can't play the underdog role. Like Darby, right now, look at him. He's the little guy in the ring. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But when everybody on the roster is the same size, when he's wrestling Orange Cassidy or Jungle Boy or MJF or Sammy Guevara, they're all the same size, so it doesn't look impressive.
Yeah, who's the underdog? They're all the same size. Every single one. Chris says, oh shit, J-Rod versus Aaron Judge tonight. Pico says, like they have big guys, but nobody gets a spotlight.
Right.
They don't like to promote him. It's terrible.
0.
Vindicator says, I just like a fair, balanced mix of small and big guys. True. But the only thing that you're Tony Khan, that you're giving all your props to.
But there's no balance.
He only likes boys that are his size.
There is no balance, and the women's division suffers because there's no balance on that side also.
Piccola says nothing's been confirmed. Sophie says, wow, D don't know who LeBron James is. Piccola says, no, that's Dwayne Wade. And Vindicator says, match-wise, small versus small, big versus big is more believable. Story-wise, small versus big can be very compelling. Piccola says, Gabrielle Union been in some ghetto movies, but I remember her mostly for Aliens versus Predator.
I didn't even know she was in. I've never seen any of those Aliens movies since I was a little kid. And I'm talking like little kid. Like I probably saw Aliens 1. They were in like some water or something. They had to go down a hallway.
Weird.
You ever seen Aliens?
A long time
That's
ago.
what I'm saying. I probably should just
John
watch
says
them.
LeBron got his ass swept out of the playoffs. Vindicator says Apollo has done nothing since getting drafted back to Raw. Sophie says Gabrielle Union also starred in that Bad Boys spinoff TV show that failed a couple years ago. Robin says, so AEW, when will they have a tournament again?
They have one going on right now, I believe. Didn't they do one to start? Didn't they start one?
I don't remember.
They're going to start
The
one
Owen
here
Hart
really
one's gonna
soon.
start up
The
real
Owen
quick.
Hart tournament's coming.
Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally. Says, hi, do you, Travis? Says, Rally. New channel, new name. Hope you're okay. Cool stream as always. Thanks, Rally. Why are you new? Why do you have to use
why are we doing
a new
stuff?
channel and a new name? What's
Did
up?
somebody
What
steal your
happened?
stuff? What happened? Questions, questions, questions.
Vindicator says every match doesn't need underdogs, though.
No, you're right. The point is that they don't push anybody that's over 5'9" and 180 pounds. And wrestling fans, at least mainstream wrestling fans, like to see big guys fight too. Like you want a little bit of something else.
Chris says one of the Samoans looks like Mano from WWE. He teamed with Randy Orton in 09.
Oh.
Sophie says, it looks like if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, you won't have a day off from watching wrestling, with wrestling pretty much on every day.
It is.
Well,
If you could follow it all, yeah. There, and you know, on Thursday nights you got 2, because the New Japan's on right after Impact.
Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter.
See ya.
The only day off you'd get is Sunday.
Unless there's a pay-per-view.
Well, Pico says, see ya, Walter. And Raleigh says, I'm happy Jade Cargill not champ anymore. It was so boring. Well done, Christy Atlander. She's great. Glad she is back.
Yeah. It is
Yeah,
good to
'cause
see her back.
How terrible boring that she won all the time with every opportunity that she got. That's terribly boring. How sad.
I do want to see Jade go after the world title, so I'm okay with what's happening as of right now.
Pico says, has the Owen Hart tourney started? I don't
Well,
think so, but that's the only tournament I can think of they announced is happening.
Right, so they had them on the pay-per-view. Like they had her,
Yeah.
and then they had the belts, and they were showing like a vignette or whatever you would call it.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Is this Sting?
Sting.
It's Sting!
Tony's excited. He can't help himself. He's so excited. Says that AJ Styles appearing on Raw this week was a last-minute decision thanks to Vince. Big Ol says, there's the finish. Sophie says, the only time you'll get a day off from wrestling is Sunday. John says, Roman should get these guys in the bloodline. He needs new members. Acknowledge that crap.
Yeah, I'm
Mark
okay
says,
with
New
it.
Japan with Sasha Banks, I'll pass, but Sasha is okay. Sasha's broken, so she ain't doing shit for a while. John says, it's Sting! And Robbie's like, D, what needs to improve in AEW?
The talent, like the actual performers. They need a couple stars, but not already made stars. They need to make or develop stars. And Wheeler Yuta's not it, and that's the guy they're trying to make.
Yeah, they learned that with Garcia. That
Daniel
it's
Garcia.
not a really good thing. They haven't quite learned it with Yuta. They think putting him with John Moxley and Daniel Bryanson's going to do anything. I think they're barking up the wrong tree. Sophie says it must be hard being a hardcore wrestling fan to follow and watch all these wrestling promotions. Raleigh says, is Dynamite good, guys? I missed the start slot of a lot of pregnant wrestlers this week. Congrats, Bliss and Tay Conte. So nice.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's been a good show. It's fine.
Pickle's
A little better talking than normal, but...
Right. Pickle says, you want a list, Ravi? I think he does, Pickle. You should totally give him a list. Nobody knows. We should talk about it. I was like, Isiah, a new big star in AEW.
She could be, but they didn't use her right, and now she's been there long enough that it's not
She has become
credible.
irrelevant. John says, Ravi, you just made the list.
I feel like when you bring in somebody
Who's supposed to be fantastic.
that's supposed to be good, put them on top. All the way. Just take them to the very top, and then see what happens if they sink or swim. And if they sink, then let them sink, and then you're fine with it. They did it with Punk. They put a title on him pretty damn fast.
True.
And it worked. It floated.
Chris says, I said till Roman breaks Punk's WWE title streak at 434 days, I wouldn't acknowledge him. He's 13 days away. Damn it, WWE trying to erase title reigns like Punk, Walter, Hogan. Or obviously,
It's not happening.
they're not erasing
don't count.
any of those things. Robbie says, oh, Cole, I don't have all year for a list. Sophie says, Rhonda put down the women's division in an interview once again this week. Was she playing a part, or was she mean
She
it?
didn't put it down. She's not putting down the division. She's putting down the company by saying that the women's tag division is shallow. It's weak. There's nothing there, which is 100% true.
Now, my question is she being the heel that she's supposed to be?
Probably.
Or is she being regular Ronda Rousey, who's a bitch and says just mean things like she did years ago, and that's why we haven't seen her and everybody hates her?
Right. Either way, she's telling the truth, so you can't get too upset about it.
Rob says, does AEW have the right amount of titles?
AEW. No, I think they have a couple too many. I don't think you need a 6-man tag team championship. I feel like that's just dumb.
The Trios Championship?
Yeah. Yeah, and you should have a mid-card. So the rest of it's probably fine with the 3 belts, but I don't think they need the
Trios.
6-man tag team belt.
They have 2 mid-card ones.
Yeah, I know. I said the 3 belts. So, and they'll probably add a belt with the new TV show if they decide to do any brand splits. I would assume that we'll see other ones.
Mm.
He's so against America, Tony Khan, that he didn't want to do a United States Championship or an Intercontinental Championship, so he did international.
He did an All-Atlantic at first, and then
Yeah.
he decided to change that because he's a jackhole. It's like, I'm sorry that you hate America. Why are you still here? It's funny because the only reason why he gets to do the things he does is because he is in America.
Right?
Yet he hates it, so whatever.
Marko!
John says, Cola, throw some salt in Robbie's eyes. Sophie says, do you think Oldberg will sign with AEW next?
You know, they have had conversations, so
I just feel like it would be dumb on his part if he did.
you could see, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this could happen. Goldberg versus, what's his name? Feed Me More. Feed Me More. Feed Me More. Ryback.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ryback did put in a challenge to Goldberg on Twitter, or the one that we use. TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Live. So it could happen.
Pickle says, remember NWA had made 6-man tags popular. But did they have a title? I mean,
I don't
6-man
know.
tags are different than if you have a title for winners of it.
Right. So what they would do back then, it was the world champion and the tag team champions.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
They were the 6-man, but they never, you never.
The titles were never
I don't
on the
remember
line
him
for it,
ever
I'm sure.
defending the titles as the 6.
Right.
Like Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors.
Sophie says Kevin Nash put down AEW in an interview. Cool beans. Robbie says, Ronda, I normally skip her matches or segments to really care. Pickle says, LOL, how about a firebomb? I'm a freaking wizard.
Right.
That's what we all want to do, Pickle, is just throw fire in people's faces and say, I'm a freaking wizard. Robbie says, no, you throw salt over the shoulder like Dee does for good luck. And John says Goldberg versus Punk at Wembley.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
You only do that, Robbie, if you tip over salt. You don't just do it. Pickle says, what's the deal with that guy? Does Ryback have a screw loose or something? Yes.
A little bit.
He's a cray-cray.
If you get on his live and you say anything negative, he bans you. It's pretty funny, actually.
What a dumb.
I've never been banned because I don't talk, but...
Right? That's pretty fucking dumb. Who gives a shit? Oh, I'm sorry.
He's very sensitive. Be nice.
Nobody has an opinion but you? Get over yourself. Do you call him a dog?
Yes, that's what Pedro is.
I don't think that's Pedro. Is Pedro a dog? Yeah. It's
Pedro, yeah.
Pedro.
That's Gato. Or, yeah, that's Gato. That's Pedro.
Pantalones. Cat pants.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to him.
Yeah, you tell them and they're shut-ups. I don't know who these people are.
Roosh is one of them. Oh, no, Roosh isn't one of them. I have no idea who these guys are.
Roosh isn't here, but who loves him? They're like, no, we don't know who he is. We don't like him. John's like, Goldberg versus Punk at Wembley? Yeah, let's do that.
That's not happening.
Pickle says, what's the deal with that guy? Oh, I read that. And John says, yeah, Ryback is too short of a six-pack.
Yeah.
Does he even have one?
Yeah, he's jacked. But...
It's because he takes all this... You know why he's sensitive? Because he's on steroids.
Oh, Jungle Boy coming down to help Hook.
Ah, for God's
Should have just let him get
sakes.
beat up. Why didn't his
Jesus
dad come down to the
Christ.
ring?
He's like, I got the chair. I'm going to make it official, bitches.
Oh, look at that. He's trying to break ribs. Oh, right into the back. That'll straighten your spine.
Chris says it's a good promo from Jose the assistant. Well,
Oh, he's in there with the hooker. You falling asleep? I would love to see Jungle Boy just hit him with a chair.
Sophie says Eric Bischoff also puts down AEW Weekly. Pico says, you ever watched the chiropractor for all the wrestlers and UFC fighters? He had an interview with Ryback. He was awkward. Oh, Ryback? Oh, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was completely awkward. You know the best one? That was it her?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one with Xia Li?
Yes.
Yeah, that one was pretty epic. The interview with Xia Li was pretty cool. Chris says, kind of reminds me of Ludwig Kaiser.
Ludwig Kaiser.
And John's like, Jungle Hook. Pickle's like, yo, where's that blonde chick in QTV? I don't know. They got lost somewhere. I think they got lost in translation.
I mean, come on, Lorette. Look at me.
Sophie says, do you think AEW will get Goldberg for that?
See, she
All-In
talks
show?
fast. That's how you would talk if you were from there.
She's from Australia. That's different.
That's true.
Or New Zealand, whichever one. I'm pretty sure it's
Same
Australia.
thing.
Pickle says, let me see her on again. Robbie's like, who is Xia Li? Well, considering that you know how to spell it, I'm pretty sure you know who it is. Somebody they don't utilize quite well because they're dumbasses and freaking WWE when it comes to her.
She's such a humble champ.
Is she? Sounds stupid. Sophie says this is Forbidden Door season as Twitter puts it. Robbie says Jungle Boy not messing about, going in like a bat of hell. And Robbie's like, yeah, I only asked. Did you? San Diego, Piccola. San Diego, California. I was like, my knowledge on wrestlers isn't up there like you, D. Dude, I don't know any of these people. Because, like, they made her look like a Mortal Kombat character, then changed her pretty quickly.
Who?
Xylee, I think, is who he's talking about.
They did, too.
Well, I guess we haven't seen this enough. Now we gotta see it some more.
I'm pretty sure Nyla Rose's the one that put her out the first time
I'm sure.
when she had that knee surgery.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
So they got rid of Vicky Guerrero, and put that
she's...
weird lady with her, that UFC woman or whoever the fuck she is.
Shafir.
That's weird.
Shafir.
Yeah, he sure does. It's a good thing. Fuck. People's like, damn it, I want to say the San Diego joke. Oh, God, what is it? San Diegans?
San Diegans.
Fuck you, San Diego. With your poop.
Good show, everybody. Good show, everybody. Hey, if I gave you all the money in my wallet, would it make you feel better?
It's an old wooden ship.
Diversity.
It means a whale's vagina. Film is in the chat. Hey, Film says, love Miss G and Traz, big hugs, big heart. And Chris says, a little Paige and Tony remind me of two English Chavas dominating me while they shun me for my small PP. Well, considering one of them is from Australia, it might be a little different. John says, Mox needs to buy Renee some fun bags. And Film says, Nicola, how are you today?
That's funny shit.
Nicola says, oh, how I miss Vicky. Excuse me! Excuse me! Do you really miss that? Phil says Chris is the new champion. Awesome. I love her lady parts of stuff. Gross, man. And Pico's like, what up, Film? And Robbie says Tony Storm doesn't look right in this faction. Chris says, Nyla Rose getting pushed this month of June for that. Chris, yeah. Vindicator says big girl versus big girl match coming up should be interesting. Chris will still win, though. Yeah, it's called average size girl versus dude. Pico's like, right on time, Film. And Vindicator says, but never realized the belt would look so big on Tony. Covers her whole torso.
It sure does.
Boobs. It's because her ass is in the way.
It's picking it up.
Her hips and her ass are in the way of it. That's why.
You don't have to worry about her pants falling off.
I was like, LOD sounds just like Vicky. And Vindicator's like, you're excused, Miss Talitha Guerrero. Exactly. I touch you.
Wrestling is the best cardio.
Man.
What? It was my watch.
Oh.
It's trying to charge, but it can't. It keeps cutting out.
Like, what the fuck is that?
It's whatever it wants to be.
Is that?
Mm-hmm. It identifies as a watch.
Pico's like, if only Travis. Vindicator's like, but Chris is like 5'9", 170 pounds of muscle. Yeah, she's about the same size as Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair and some other girls about that size. Raquel. Miss Rackrod. Bronson's in the chat. Hey, Bronson says, how are you guys doing this evening?
Doing great.
Doing fantastic, Bronson. How are you doing?
Getting ready for that. Are we in the second hour yet?
Yeah. Robbie says, I thought it was playing darts was good cardio. Yeah, everybody does. Film's like, it's armpit time. Is it?
I get really sore right through here.
Yeah.
Playing dart. We should get a dartboard and play
one
it.
arm's just bigger than the other.
That's from this. Drumming.
Yeah. Same motion, just in the air instead of down. Chris says, Travis, if you had to wrestle between Taya's huge rack or Tony fat ass, which would you pick?
Who's
Travis?
the first one?
If you had to wrestle between Taya huge rack or Tony fat ass, which would you pick, Travis?
The first one.
People's like, Taya looks like 80s music video model. Phil says, Misty and Travis are put down. Chris is here. I love her. And Robbie says, D, he'll go on with unsymmetrical arms. That would probably be you, Robbie. 1, you DJ, and 2, we know you're single. Bronson says, I'm doing fine. I'm ready for summer. Yeah? You ready for the summer? Ready for the summer. Ta-na-na-na-na.
Game night. Sorry, I'm watching the baseball game.
Yeah.
The Mets are putting in work.
Putting it in the work. In the Ritz.
Hey, look, the Dodgers lost to the...
Oh my
to
God, how
Washington.
dare they?
Washington's a terrible team.
Those bastards.
Miami beat San Diego, too.
Robbie says, yeah, although Picole's like, it's already pretty warm here, Bronson. Yeah, I bet it is, Picole. You got in the 90s with some humidity to make it 110. Robbie's like, what's wrong with being single? I don't know. Ask your mom. I'm sure she'll tell you.
What's wrong with that?
What?
Old Statlander getting beat up here.
Yeah, during the commercial break. Her knees are taking a beating. Not surprising.
Yeah, I think they've both been surgically repaired.
Probably. Picole's like, yeah, believe me, marriage is overrated. Nobody said anything about marriage, Picola. Vindicator says, when people win unsanctioned matches, it doesn't really count, right?
Yeah, no, it's not on their record.
Supposedly it's not. But we know they'll talk about it forever and tell you that it does. Chris is like, no kiss before marriage. Bronson says, I'm excited that tomorrow's June 1st, half the year has already gone by. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Robbie says, D, did you get everything from the store or was some food items out of stock?
So the middle
Why would
is
food items be out of
July
stock, Robbie?
1st, by the way, if you are really care about half the year. So June is the 6th month, so you have to wait till it's over. And then July 1st is what they call halfway day.
Ooh, halfway day.
And it really is the halfway point of the year. Unless it's leap year next year, it'll be at noon on July 1st. Because next year is election year, because that's how you tell. It's
Leap year!
It's every 4 years, and it's leap year. So every time there's a leap year, you get a new president, or you get a vote. You don't get a new president.
That's just
but,
in the United States, by the way.
yeah.
Not in other countries. We don't know what you do over there. I don't care either. Just kidding.
They have a
like
king.
We might have lost Aoife. Hopefully she went to sleep.
They have a king.
Yeah, they don't elect them. They'll go, then how did you become king? I didn't elect no king.
The Lady of the Lake rose up out of the water.
Probably, why would food items be out of stock? You guys having a shortage of food in England? It wouldn't surprise me. John's like, ask your mom. Laughing at people. I was like, I hate the fact when wrestlers make a comeback, opponents immediately go for the surgically repaired body part.
Well, that's what you're supposed to.
Well, it's supposed to, right? When they're bad guys, they're supposed to go after the, weak link of your body. Ew, he almost
That's why
lost his toe.
If you wear a brace, they go after where you're wearing the brace. Like the ribs wrapped. Because they have a hurt rib, they go after that. It's just part of the game. Don't hate the game, hate the player.
That's right. Player hating.
No, wait, vice versa. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Statlander going up top.
There she goes. She's going to jump down.
And
Jumpy
that top
jumpies.
rope holder. It did.
Oh, got it.
And still.
It's the person you guys thought we wouldn't see.
Hey.
Taya Valkyrie's back there with her
She
rack.
should wrestle in that.
Her rack was hanging out.
That was the halter top that
in
needs...
a different type of rack way, but it is. It was there.
They should show that more often. If they want AEW to be a top program,
Yes.
they need to show that more often.
Rob says, yeah, I did ask your mom, John. John's like, no kiss before married. What? Does mouth huggies count? Chris like, king ain't vote for no king. Robbie having a potato famine. I don't know, maybe. Chris like, just kidding, man. Hopefully not. Robbie's like, yeah, it does make sense, Travis. Piggle says, we hate the game and then some. Robbie's like, I don't live in Ireland, Chris. Are you saying that people in England don't eat potatoes? Lies.
They don't.
Lies.
It's the devil's food because it grows in the ground. The church banned it.
Well, then they shouldn't have fish and chips then.
What's like a potato?
It's a French fry for us, but yes, chips.
It's probably processed there.
They
So.
don't allow that in England. They think they're healthy. Their bland food is supposed to be healthy for them, which is hilarious. Weirdos. People's like, player haters like Chappelle's show. Hate, hate, hate. Chris is like, oh, fuck yeah. Taya rack equals ratings.
Yeah,
That's
nothing
it.
wrong with that rack.
Better stop it. He can't defend himself. Punish them.
Orange Cassidy next week. Swerve Strickland.
Robbie's
Wow.
like, I eat potatoes, but not often. See?
You're like D.
And guess what? You don't live in Ireland, but you still eat potatoes, you freakoid. Don't give me that look, cat. Just mind your own business and lick your fur.
I screenshotted. Look at her face.
She's got an angry face. John's like, Chris, don't bother. Your unit would disappear in that rack.
Spider-Man.
Dumb. Robbie says 10 out of 10 D for great observation. Really?
Of the big boobs. Or the potato famine.
We're in a full ad commercial right now, guys.
Wait, that's a movie?
Looks like that main event's probably going to be that mixed match.
Challenge, yeah. It will be.
Chris Jericho and Saraya versus Adam Cole.
Bebe.
The DMD lady.
DMD and Bebe.
So, Vindicator, I'm pretty sure you'll be leaving soon. So, goodbye. Chris says, isn't that the guy with no balls? Who? Who's the guy with no balls?
Are we talking about the match that just happened?
John says, drink that bloody tea, you Oompa Loompa look-alike. Chris, yes, Robbie is the guy with no balls.
Oh, God.
Robbie is like, my food ain't blandy. Oh, hell no. I grew up on flavor as my parents are foreign. Yeah, but you live in England and they have no flavor in their food.
If they don't have salt.
Pretty sure they don't know what that is. They went and conquered everything and for spices, and they still don't know how to use them. It's pathetic. Bronson's like, I know leap year is next year. After that, the next leap year won't be until 2028.
Yep.
Are you guys ready for a new president, or do you guys like the one we have now? I refuse to answer that with any political citations upon you.
It's none of our business.
Chris says from the other day, remember we talked about it? I think it was Robbie. Chris, how did you guess? Did you figure that out on your own? Film's like, yes, Chris did it. She did it. Yeah, she sure did. Her first challenge, and she kept that title that she won in 2 seconds.
Yeah, from cheating.
John's like, Bronson, are you high? Possibly. With comments like that, you may be.
It's main event time.
It's the main events of events. Do you think they're going to win or lose? Think they're going to make Saraya and Chris Jericho lose again?
It's a
and
tough
have
one.
these dipshits win?
It would make more sense for Jericho and Saraya to win.
Oh, yeah, it would.
But I don't know how you do it.
I don't know either.
I mean, Paige gets pinned, Paige pins MD, because she lost last time, too, in her match that she was in.
Bryce says, yes, I'm super excited for the main event of AEW. Bronson says, no, I'm not. I apologize for asking that last question. You're fine, Bronson.
You're fine. We're just teasing you.
John says, here comes Britt Bang-A-Lot. And Chris says DMD should cuck Adam Cole and betray her husband. Well, it's not her husband. They're not married, so there's that. I was like, D, did you think Tony Khan has a lot of flowing and influence in wrestling? No. Chris says, cute outfit from DMD. And Bryce says, Chris, no way. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever. Well, I think she should cuck Adam Cole. I don't know about betraying her husband, because it's not really her husband, but I think she should cuck him and then betray him. She should cuckold him with somebody else.
Dominic Mysterio. He seems to be the guy that does the AEW cuckling.
They're the most fucking gayest couple ever, I think.
They're very happy.
And that's
I noticed
including,
that.
like, Tay and what's his dumb fucked face, too. Sammy.
Here comes
People make me
the Outcast.
sick. Bryce is like, Britt Baker, DMD, and Adam Cole were meant for each other. Is it because Adam Cole has a feminine physique and Britt Baker can be the man in the whole relationship? Because that's probably what she is. Robbie says DMD is the best thing on the women's roster. Chris says, well, she's already clocking Cole with Tony Khan. Bryce says, because say, I think Film has a question for you. Run away! Run away! Yeah, I don't read those out loud anymore. It's Mr. Chris Jericho. Why does his face look weird?
I didn't see it.
It looks all weird when he comes out. Like, look at his face.
I'm watching.
It looks so awkward looking. I don't know if it's because he has makeup on weird or if he's got swelling in his face. Robbie says, Dee and Travis were built for each other. You can see it. Can you? Can you see it?
When she's yelling at me.
I will hit you with a chancla, bitch. Pickle's like, sorry, cleaning up the kitchen. You should be sorry for cleaning up the kitchen, Piccola. Cleaning up the kitchen. Just ridiculous. Vindicator's like, so everyone in this mess except Faker has been in the WWE. Basically.
Yeah.
Chris says Jericho and the
And
Circle
3 of them
Jerk
were
Society over Paige and Anna
2 of
Jay.
them were world champions. Now you could say Adam Cole was, but he really wasn't because he was in NXT. But he was the NXT world champion.
Yeah, he's not a champion of anything. Robbie says, yeah, I can see the love Dee has for Travis every week. Bryce says, Piccolo, take your time reading this question. It's okay. That's right, Bryce. It's totally fine. I'm sure it'll get repeated at some point. What's he got up his sleeve? He's a wizard, bitch.
Wouldn't you just cut it?
Yeah, but you have to get it away from the skin enough to get the tool under there to do it. That's what they're doing, that tool. That's what it's made for. So they'll get that little thing to so that they can get it underneath, right? To save their skin from any harm.
Why do they make it so big? They should make that half.
And then they get it under there. And then they take that and push it down, and then that little key turns that, and it just slowly, like, goes through it.
Mm-hmm. Like a hacksaw.
Kind of. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Match has started. We got Adam Cole in there with Chris Jericho right now.
Robbie says, I wish someone would come behind and push Saraya.
Oh, that's
Might
mean.
break her neck. You gotta be careful with her.
Well, that was the whole point.
Vindicator says, but alright guys, you know I'm not watching anything with Dr. Dum Dum involved, so everyone take care. I knew you were going to leave. I knew it! I called it like 2 minutes ago. I will see you on Friday for another mediocre edition of SmackDown. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm pretty worried about that. I actually don't even want to watch it this week.
Right?
After the Bloodline thing, it's like, what's the point of even watching?
Bye, Vindicator. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday for a little bit. Chris says, damn Paige, pale ass, so hot even though it's hanging down.
It is like 2 eggs and a hanky.
Cable says, yeah, phone, let's go with T. Rosa. See ya, Vindicator. Vindicator. Bye, Vin. Oh, definitely. He's going to win. He goes like, I felt that way for months.
There it is. Here comes Saraya.
Months. About the Bloodline and watching SmackDown. Chris says Rikishi might show up. Oh, yeah. Robbie says SmackDown is meant to be going the 3-hour route. Not sure how that works. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out so well for them. They might want to not do that. Their drop off for Raw at the 3rd hour is so ridiculous. There's no way that they would do that to another one of their shows.
Well, I don't know how Fox could get it done, so they'd have to do it with another channel, I think. I don't know if Fox could do a 3-hour show. I mean, they do football, which would work, but they'd have to have a different day, like Thursday night or something.
Mm-hmm. But then you're also, again, contending against football, even though it might not be on the main stuff, but, you know, during football season. So.
It does pretty good on Mondays against football.
Yeah. Not that 3rd hour, though. Still, no matter what, the 3rd hour does nothing. It's shit.
Yeah, but it would be on free TV. And the NFL would be on Amazon.
Well, it also depends on who, whatchamacallit, on it. What do you call that?
Bid?
Yeah, bid on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Fox has it, I don't see them doing it unless they move it to Thursday.
Right. Bryce says, yes, here we go. The matches begin. Rematches. Bryce says, Adam and Britt's wrestling attire up notch. Love the blue.
Yeah. Well, Britt looks pretty good in everything.
Eh.
God, Jericho tripped the girl.
Good for him.
Smashed her face.
Good for him. Good job, buddy. He's a wizard.
It's one of the better songs that I've heard in a while. You listen to that in your truck?
Robbie says, so this match is building a new feud. Is it, though? Pico says, how come that female ref Aubrey isn't refereeing?
I don't know
what happened to her.
I haven't noticed her tonight at all, so.
Maybe Karen Jarrett broke her face with the
guitar
that she hit her with. Chris says, good for Jericho. That's a W for tripping TMT. True that, my friend. Pico's like, she's always there for Jericho matches. Robbie says, that's what I'm asking. That it's building a new feud. That's what he's asking about, the feud.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's building a new feud. We got little Britt Baker and Saraya.
They were kind of being built a little bit before, though, in all reality. But yeah.
But puts it to another limit. Mm-hmm. And how many girls would you trust with Saraya? And obviously Britt Baker would be one of the only ones I would.
Yeah, you can't trust her with any of the other ones. Maybe Chris Statlander.
Maybe Thunder Rosa.
But it's kind of few and far between that you could do that with. Chris says DMD and Ref Aubrey have a feud, but they never explored that. Doesn't Ref Aubrey have a feud with everybody? She's like feuds.
She gets in a lot of feuds, but it's fun. It's usually like in the old days, you don't see it a lot in WWE, but in the old days, the referees got physical all the time with the wrestlers. Like a wrestler would push them, they'd push them back harder.
Right?
And then they'd point at their badge, and then the guys would be like, oh, I don't want to get disqualified.
People's like, let's go with the new champ, Chris. There you go, Picola. Great answers. Also fantastic. Oh, look,
shit.
the bad people are coming
Are they
down
gonna
to
ring
beat
the
up
bell?
DMD. I think
Oh,
ref
Adam
is
Cole's
being-
got the referee.
The referee is all distracted.
Lots of distractions.
He's like, I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, God,
she's
Sheeta's
"Look
out there with a
behind
stick."
you." She brought the kendo stick. Mrr. Feels like yesterday is slowly shaking off the ring rust. Just put her with Willow. LOL. There you
Oh,
go.
no,
Maybe
no,
she'll
no.
break her. Films like Missy Travis, who will win in an armpit dinner match, Mercedes Money, or Serena Deeb. Serena. Chris says they point at their badge, gets a guitar, smashes over ref head.
It's a beatdown.
No way, the Regina. Stop saying it that way. There's no way it's Regina. Please. I need a Canadian in here to tell me that it's not said that way. Regina. Chris says, LOL, I don't give a fook if you are the official. Beat him, beat him. That might be it.
Oh, buddy, that might be it.
Robbie's like, that's how it's said. I doubt that. Chris says I'd be like Brock killing refs at pay-per-view. People's like, all good film, good to see you here. Oh, the dentist. She thought she was going to do something great. And then didn't.
Had no choice but to. Britt Baker going up top?
I've never seen it before in my entire life. How is that possible?
Oh. Saraya drops. What's Jericho doing?
He's a wizard.
He should blow smoke, huh? Or fire.
Look, what's his face isn't paying attention.
Oh! She lands.
He,
But that's all right, because Saraya didn't get hurt.
yeah, that's what they wanted.
Saraya should hit her with her finisher right there. That would have been cool. Or, save that part for later.
Right? Pico says, is she doing the
Holy
Panama Sunrise?
crap. Did you see that? She's terrible off the rope. No wonder that she doesn't do top rope moves.
Who?
Britt Baker.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh my God. They showed the replay. She was all sorts of not sure what to do. And then she went to jump and her feet were like,
It's probably a good thing that Chris did what he did then, or else she probably would have killed Saraya.
right.
Robbie says DMD isn't that bad, D, compared to Saraya. Bryce is like, yes, I am, Phil.
Let's not forget Saraya was Paige and Paige was really good. There's no way Cole gonna tap out, so.
Yeah, he's not going to tap out from this. He's got way too much time left. Don't let him get to the ropes. Pretend he can and then pull him far away. DMD better get up there and pull
There's still plenty of time left.
Lover out of the ring.
I would say this match is gonna go on for at least 3 more minutes.
At least 3 more minutes, people. FaZe Games in the chat. Hey, FaZe says, do you think Roman Reigns will call out one of the Usos on SmackDown?
I sure
to a
hope
match
so.
at Money in the Bank?
Possibly. That'd be interesting.
Chris says all rough points at their badge, gets flaming barbed wire table with thumbtack underneath, points at random fan, threatens refs, stoppage due to ransom.
Britt's putting her mouth
TK
or
has
her
to
glove
do
on.
payouts.
Oh, she's just gonna go put it on Jericho.
She's going to put it in him while he's in there.
He's got it in the mandible.
Robbie says Brie Bella's hella botchy. Pico's like crowd is popping for Y2J. I was like, Missy, I know you're not a big fan of
This
Sasha
doesn't
Banks. I think
count.
you would pick Serena Deeb.
She didn't tag in. Jericho's gonna tap, but he's not the legal.
Oh, he's not going to tap. Saraya came in and kicked her in the back.
Saraya should have just picked her up and hit her with a move. Why would she lay down?
She's like, I'm so tired.
She's taking a
so
nap?
tired right now. I don't think I can do it. Oh my God, I kicked her and I'm just...
What the fuck was that?
Look at how tired the other one is, and all she was doing is putting him in a hold.
Yeah, but she got kicked in the back.
This is fucking stupid as fuck.
Here comes a thrust kick.
This is why I can't stand this crap. Film says actually excited for Money in the Bank this year. This year's Money in the Bank should turn out exciting.
There's a code breaker.
Quentin says the JAS should recruit the Outcasts and call themselves the Jericho Outcast Appreciation Society.
Yeah.
Robbie's message retracted. It says Bunny in the Bank. Bunny in the Mank. That's just silliness. Now, the grossest part is that she's touching everything with that gloved hand, and she's going to try to go stuff it in somebody else's mouth again.
That's fine.
It's disgusting. Like, gross on another scale of gross. And Bryce is like, don't tap, Adam, don't. He didn't, Bryce.
Not gonna tap.
He didn't tap.
We need to see a Judas effect.
involved
Double clothesline.
Ruined everything, and then Saraya came in and kicked her, and then they fell down and were so tired they couldn't do anything. Saraya's like, I'm so not exhausted anymore. You should tag me in. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Hockey fight.
This is sad. I don't like it.
She never showed up. Uh-oh.
I was like, it's sterilization. Cool.
Oh, shit. She might have just broke Britt Baker's face.
Bryce says, don't give up, Adam Cole. And Pico says, haha, this is way better than Becky and Seth mix tag.
Jericho's got a baseball bat.
Yeah, it is so bad.
Who's he gonna get, Britt?
I don't know, but he's going to get somebody, I guess.
Hopefully Sarai didn't just hurt Britt. Oh! Right into a thrust kick, and then she hits Saraya with a thrust kick. Now a double thrust kick. Jericho might be done. But Saraya would be the legal man.
Yeah. Bryce is like, Jericho will have cavities. Oh. Robbie's like, all that mouth juice on that glove.
All mouth juice. Jericho's going to get pinned right here.
This is like super kick? Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Britt Baker wins with Adam Cole, baby. It's Adam Cole, baby.
It's a whole bunch of garbage, but yeah, whatever.
It's baby.
Seriously. But it's like, no, 1, 2, and Adam still sting. Adam won, so.
Yeah, Adam Bebe and DMD. Are they going to win the tournament again? Can only hope so. Oh, Jericho's throwing chairs. Look at that. Oh, God! This Akira Shida needs to be put in her place. She interferes all the time.
Rob is like, and there you go. AEW done their money with this match. And Film says, go, Saraya, go. She lost, so, you know, there's that.
The boom, baby. Are they going to do anything else? There's only 1 minute.
I don't know. What the fuck did she lift up there? Thinking she was going to do something? Oh, God, gross. What?
Ew, why are they kissing on TV? It's disgusting.
Bryce says, go, Britt Baker, go. Yay for them. Okay, yep, so if you just came in for that match, Jericho and Saraya lost, and that Venom Physique dude and Britt Baker won.
It's baby.
Yeah, you can say it. I'm not going to. All right, everybody. That's the end of AEW Dynamite tonight. We'll be back again for Friday's SmackDown to see all the Bloodline fallout and everything else.
Looking forward to it.
Yay.
Not. Anyways, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.